What's up, guys? It's Drew. I'm here to bring another video to you today about Loopring. So the past two videos I talked about the price prediction. I talked about the market supply, the circulating supply, the market cap, where I kind of see Loopring going in the next couple days or couple weeks, my long-term vision for Loopring. But today I want to talk about what's probably the hottest topic on the Loopring community, which is the NFTs and the NFT Marketplace. Now, personally, how I feel about NFTs is I don't like the whole JPEG part of the NFTs. I just don't see how that holds value or, has a use case as far as buying, selling, and trading, pictures or JPEGs. I can see how it can benefit, artists in their market, as far as if they do graphic design, if they paint pictures, if they draw pictures, and they kind of want to sell or at least share their pictures with people and make it in a collection form that could potentially hold value. I do see that always being a market in itself. Is it going to be a large market? To the right people, yes, but to the majority of people that don't really care about downloading JPEGs and stuff and holding on to a massive amount of JPEGs on their computer or their wallet, yeah, I don't know. I just see that kind of being, if anything, I feel like that kind of clutters your wallet. That's kind of like when you go around with all these new digital wallets like Loopring Wallet, and how they just made a new the iOS update where you can now view your NFTs in the Loopring Wallet. It's kind of like when you go out for a day or you go to an event or an art festival, and you just go anywhere and you get handed all these business cards and stuff, and you stuff your wallet with all these business cards. And yes, those business cards can be valuable at some point, but it's like majority of the time, you're probably just going to throw those business cards out somewhere. They clutter your wallet. I look at the same thing as the NFTs right now. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of trend going on. So everybody wants to collect anything they can. Some of it's not even worth anything or has any type of value at all. Other projects are going to be worth something, as far as when it comes to the JPEGs. However, I just kind of want to discuss where I see the NFT marketplace and where I kind of hope what happens with this Gamestop involvement. Where I really hope that this excels, and honestly, I think if the marketplace is going to explode, this is kind of the vision I have for it. But before we get into all that, let's start off with first things first. Daniel Wang, the creator or founder of Loopring, which states right here, he stepped down February 3rd, and the interesting thing is he was actually not, from what I understand and what I'm researching and reading about, is that he's not a big fan of the NFTs. He never really was involved in it, didn't really care to have it integrated with Loopring. However, over time, it kind of seems like he changed his heart about it and then again integrated it with Loopring, which in fact turned into probably one of the best things could happen with the whole partnership with GameStop. From the rumors going around is that Daniel was extremely enthusiastic in the Discord channel around September and October, the Loopring Discord channel. And he mentioned stuff like the next quarterly report will be worth 10 quarterly reports. I think he was getting a really ahead of himself, or maybe we just haven't heard the news that he's talking about. But I think all the information is there. I think, all the pieces are laid out, and we kind of understand where it's going and why he was excited at first. However, the thing that concerns me the most is that he ended up stepping down as the CEO of Loopring February 3rd. Ironic enough, February 3rd, as most people are in Loopring know, that was the day that GameStop announced their partnership with Immutable X or IMX. There's a large 8K filing. I'll pull it up right now. Basically just describing their contract with Immutable X and the future plans and everything. But really, I want to point out just two parts in this whole entire filing. This isn't any news. This filing was reported February 3rd. A lot of people know about it already. Everybody's discussed it and their thoughts and opinions on it. But if you didn't hear, I just kind of want to catch you up on everything. The GameStop You could read the whole, it's like, oh, I think it's around like 30 pages or more. I'm not too sure, but I'm not in IMX. I don't really care to read it all about it. Like I said, this channel is really only about Loopring, and I'm only in Loopring right now. So two things I want to point out is right here is marketing and other commitments. GameStop will use Immutable X as their first layer to NFT integration for trading and minting other than Loopring. It's kind of weird how they worded that, and a lot of people are skeptical of how they worded that. It just, to me, it kind of sounds sketchy. Like, it seems like nobody knows really to make sense of this, or maybe it's just exactly what it says. They're going to use IMX and they're going to use Loopring, but just the wording just kind of concerns me, as far as like they're basically saying that GameStop will use Immutable X as their first layer to NFT integration, other than Loopring. I mean, it's weird that in this whole filing about GameStop Immutable X, Loopring was only mentioned twice. This was the first time, and as well as GameStop never came out with a filing like this for Loopring. So it's kind of like, if they gave this type of hype, which Immutable X was doing really bad in the bear market too. Once this filing came out, it helped Immutable X recover some of its losses. If I'm not mistaken, when it hit bottom after this filing came out, Immutable X's prices nearly doubled or more. So it definitely helped, and I feel like GameStop can definitely, share that type of information with Loopring if they have anything, designed with Loopring. As I stated in the last video, a lot of people think that GameStop potentially acquired Loopring, or that they're going to announce the partnership once the NFT Marketplace is announced and or officially released. It's in beta form right now. A lot of people say that, GameStop doesn't really have to owe Loopring anything, and that possibly the negotiations and the partnership were better executed with Immutable X and weren't executed properly with Loopring. There's a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of, speculations on what people believe happened in this chain of events over the last several months, maybe 7 to 8 months. Nobody knows for sure, but time will tell. I don't think GameStop owes anything to Loopring. I think they're just building their marketplace on Loopring. With that being said, they don't really need to announce a partnership or anything else. It's just, it is what it is. They're going to work with, the Loopring wallet and possibly the Loopring's blockchain protocol. And once it's all said and done and everything's built, maybe they come out with some type of announcement for Loopring. I'm kind of hoping for it. I know that will have an effect on the price, as right now the only people that announced the partnership was Loopring. Loopring announced it on their website and on their Twitter, basically made a little blog post about it. And there's even screenshots that I've seen of people where they said, is there a partnership with Loopring and you guys, and can you confirm it? And there was a meme or something that GameStop replied as, and it says, "I can confirm." And I think that meme was deleted later on. I'm not too sure. I didn't look too much into it, but it's just kind of weird of like a partnership on this scale and this caliber. Like, wouldn't you want to say something about it? And what's the deal that they can say something about with this huge 8K filing of 30 pages, talk about everything they're going to do with Immutable X, but they literally only mention Loopring twice? Like, it's just weird to me. So the other part right here is GameStop will not integrate any blockchain protocol other than Ethereum Layer 1 and Loopring into their NFT marketplace without first having integrated Immutable. These are the only 2 times Loopring is mentioned in this filing. I already read the first time, which is right here, and then the second time, which is right here. And it's pretty clear as day as what they imply by this. Immutable X will be the first. It doesn't say they won't use anybody else. It does say will not integrate any blockchain protocol other than without first having integrated Immutable, except for Ethereum Layer 1 and Loopring. So it seems like Loopring has already been working with GameStop. So like I said, it's just kind of weird how they worded things. It's kind of like it seems like they're saving their ass when it comes to probably lawsuits or whatever the case is between Immutable X and GameStop in the contract that they have going. There's probably not too much that GameStop can discuss or, backtrack as far as how they already built on Loopring. And now that I don't know if there's like some type of hiccups where now they realized they needed something more than just Loopring and partnered up with Immutable X for a different part of the NFT marketplace. It's a little out of my league and out of my pay grade to understand everything between the differences of Immutable X and the difference between Loopring. But to sum it all up, basically Loopring is going to be the wallet and the blockchain protocol, whereas Immutable X is more developed as to an NFT marketplace. Like they're going to be doing the buying and the trading and the transactions, the fees, stuff like that. That's what I understand. I could be wrong. I'm not too sure. But yeah, let's just go ahead and like skip past this. I just wanted to point out in this filing, if you haven't been caught up, this is basically confirmation from both Immutable X, Loopring, and GameStop, all that something's going on here. And now that we have confirmation, like I said, Loopring also announced their partnership with GameStop. So I want to kind of go back to this article on February 3rd that Loopring CTO Steve Guo, I'm not sure how to exactly pronounce his last name, but is it Steve Guo or Stu Gao? I don't know. Who knows? To become the new CEO. And then if we go back to this filing, I'm not sure if it states at the top. I know that this filing was announced February 3rd, the same day. Let's see if we can, if I'm not mistaken, yes, on February 3rd, 2022, the company issued a press release. This was also filed, I think, in like January or something that I was reading through. I'm not sure if we can find it. Doesn't really matter, but February 3rd is the key date to take note right here. So February 3rd, the company issued a press release. From what I understand was said in this contract too, was that it's like Immutable X made sure that GameStop would in contract have two announcements, this filing and at another point, I think when the NFT marketplace is announced or something along those lines. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I really don't even care about Immutable X. Let them do their own thing. More power to them. However, on February 3rd, they announced this press release. And then on the same day, February 3rd, this is the conspiracy going on, is Daniel Wang went ahead and stepped down as the CEO position. Some people say that he's still around in the Loopring ecosystem, in the community. So he might be totally out. He might be coming back. He might have moved his role so that GameStop can acquire Loopring. There's all these conspiracy theories and nobody knows for sure. And honestly, I think it's just a shame to sit here and speculate of what happened or what could have happened or whatever the case is. Nobody really knows. Byron even said something that it was a tweet that said like, he can't talk about this too much and then later on it'll make more sense about what's going on, but basically they can't say too much. A lot of people say there's all this non-disclosure agreement between GameStop and Loopring, which is unconfirmed as well, and that they're very limited on what they can say about it, which makes it kind of exciting. This may be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation. However, we know for a fact that the GameStop NFT marketplace is built on the Loopring blockchain protocol, and they also will be integrating Immutable X. However, there's some skepticism that if Loopring doesn't deliver what GameStop was, I guess, promised or hoped that they were going to deliver, that they might just kind of end this whole partnership, and that's why they haven't announced it yet. It might come to a fact that Loopring is not able to meet up to the expectations that GameStop had, and they kind of go their separate ways, and that's why no partnership was announced on GameStop's end. However, on Loopring's end, it wasn't announced. So it's just weird that on the same day they announced the partnership with Immutable X, the CEO from Loopring, which was Daniel Wang, stepped down, and this new guy comes in, Steve. However, there's a couple notes to take from this too. Some people even said that Daniel Wang, like because they Loopring kind of dropped the ball with the partnership of GameStop, that Daniel Wang needed to step down and someone needed to fill the role of a new CEO to get the work done that needed to get done. So I'm not too sure. Like I said, this is all skepticism, and we'll see what happens. But another thing to point out, and this is from the Loopring website. This is a post from Byron at February 3rd, and it even says something right here. Steve shares the same vision with me that Layer 2 and Smart Wallet will both play critical roles in massive user onboarding to crypto and Web3. He has been acting as CEO since September last year and has demonstrated extraordinary skills in engineering management. That's interesting that he's been acting as CEO since September of last year. This is around the same time that the rumors came out with the Gamestop Marketplace. This is also around the time that Daniel Wang seemed very enthusiastic in the Discord channel and was mentioning things like the next quarterly report will be worth 10 quarterly reports. It was just a lot of hype going on. People from the Reddit forums were starting to put the pieces together and showing that basically that the rumors were getting all put together that GameStop was in partnership with Loopring, but it was just rumors. This is what caused the price from 30 cents to $3.92, all the way from it was like towards the end of October into the beginning of November. The price just went crazy, and then the bear market, of course, happened. So that's just kind of something that I want to point out. This is a way to introduce Steve and who he is to Loopring, and what role he's fitting in, when he basically it seems like he's been part of Loopring for a while now. So the other thing I want to show, and this is really, really interesting, is on the Reddit, they found Steve. I saw a post where they found Steve's wallet, but they found Steve's wallet several weeks ago or something like that. And one thing I want to purchase is something very interesting is going on that nobody's talking about. Or maybe this is just kind of as expected, no big deal. But I've been watching Steve's wallet on the Etherscan. It says stevego.eth, and he's been doing some massive transfers from Costco to and we're talking about hundreds of billions, if not hundreds of trillions of metaverse tokens and NFT tokens or something along those lines. There's Dolce Gabbana, Sotheby's, HBO. I mean, if you can go on these links by yourself, just look up stevego.s his wallet and everything. But if you look through these, there's HBO, there's Zuckbucks, there's where's some of the other good ones that I saw. These are brand new too. These happened a day and 2 hours ago. Some of them happened literally 6 minutes ago. But massive moves for the Costco metaverse. Something's happening, and I'm not really too sure, but this is very, very interesting to me, and I'm surprised nobody's really even talking about it. But basically, maybe this video and maybe this post on Reddit will help shed the light. However, for some reason, I've been trying to post on Reddit and it just won't let me. I don't have enough karma post points, so it's not allowing me, and my account is too new, so it's not allowing me to share my input, my opinions on anything on Reddit. However, I have been following the subreddit for Loopring. I have been engaged with other people's posts and comments and stuff, sharing my ideas, but I'm just not allowed to create my own post on there as of yet. So Infinity Ward, Zuckbucks, as I mentioned, Epic Games, which is the creator of Fortnite, if you don't know, Winnie the Pooh. I mean, the biggest, I really don't know what's going on. These are all ERC20 tokens. Some of them are metaverse tokens and stuff. Where's some other ones that I saw? Here's a Pornhub. That's interesting. But basically massive transfers. I'm talking about hundreds of billions, if not trillions of tokens. Look, Lamborghini metaverse. Let's see if we can find some. I found Capcom. I found Epic Games. I found Rockstar metaverse tokens. StarCraft. just basically just going through this Game of Thrones. It Takes Two, 2K Gaming. I believe this is 2K Sports. Twitter, another big one. They're hot in the news right now with Elon Musk trying to purchase Twitter. So if people start doing the research and digging this up, this could be huge. EA Games, here's another one. This can be very huge, and some people can start putting the pieces together that something big is on the horizon, whether it's with the Gamestop NFT Marketplace or whether it's just building and testing things on the Loopring blockchain protocol. I'm not too sure, or the wallet integrations and stuff, but something's happening. Not just NBA 2K, but NBA right here, Roblox, just the biggest names, MGM. You could just keep going down and down, and like I said, Paramount. You get the picture, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. United International, more Epic Games tokens getting transferred, and like I said, not just a couple thousand here, we're talking about hundreds of billions of tokens, if not trillions of tokens I've seen being transferred. So very, very interesting what's going on. Nobody's talking about it. The Matrix, didn't even know that. Who knows what's about to come. New Line Cinema. So really, really interesting. As I said, Steve is the CEO for Loopring right now. So I think he has Loopring's best interests. And what is going on right now, I don't know. But we're talking about hundreds of billions of tokens. If this is even, like I said, I don't know if this is just a test or if this is just, I really don't know. I don't know what to make sense of this. But the fact that he's able to acquire or control or transfer or create these tokens or working with different companies, we're talking about massive, massive plays. And I mean, like, these companies, like, this is like bigger than Ethereum and Bitcoin on its own. Like, if some of these like partnerships or workarounds, or whether they're metaverse or something is going to get built on Loopring or the NFT Marketplace, I really don't know what to make sense of this, but I guess we can just wait and play it out and just see what happens. Like I said, maybe it's just testing, maybe it's not a big deal, and that's why people don't really care. Here's another thing, Hilton. I don't know if that's like Hilton Hotels or whatever, but massive, massive plays are probably coming, and it's like, who knows? Like, in the next couple of years, this can drive massive adoption. It looks like it's already kind of playing out. So yeah, that's basically what I want to say about Steve, the GameStop NFT Marketplace partnership, Daniel Wang on him stepping down and Steve replacing him as the CEO. Very, very interesting. Like I said, February 3rd, a lot of conspiracy theories going on. Daniel even mentioned something that this is Steve's show now on his Twitter, and that Steve will do a better job at taking over the company, basically. And from the looks of it, I think he was right. So we'll see what happens about this. We also talked about the filings on the GameStop filings with Immutable X and how Loopring was mentioned twice. However, GameStop has not made official announcement on a partnership with Loopring or any type of filings with Loopring yet. So very interesting on what's going to happen on that aspect. But moving on, we're going to go ahead and talk about NFTs. Like I said, these NFTs are kind of interesting. Some people believe this is like the early works of Loopring. They're called Loopheads, and they actually, if you read right here, LRC brings it to life. Our brand new dynamic NFT design brings your NFTs to life by merging it with the LRC token to create different layers to your NFT that will change over time. And number 2, discovers its layers, backgrounds, and brain size. Up to 25 different variations are possible with your new NFT. Pay attention to how it changes as the price of LRC moves over time. So it sounds like whether the brain or the pictures are going to change, or the moody, they call them moody loop heads or something, or moody heads, moody brain, something like that. But basically, as the price is changing, supposedly the brain shrinks or grows, which is really interesting. Is it huge? No, I don't think so. I think it's more like on a fun basis, just something kind of like collect and check out. But it is different as far as NFTs, like how they were able to integrate the price and how when the price changes, the NFTs change. That's That's pretty interesting. So I'm kind of curious what other companies do as far as integrating NFTs and how they can change, maybe not only with price, but really any type of condition. So we'll see, this is the first of what I've heard with NFTs being actually able to change. This is kind of changing my opinion on saying NFTs are only JPEGs. As we all know, JPEGs are kind of like a still image, a screenshot, whereas, they can't change like this. So this is more than just JPEGs. This is more about integration with wallet and pricing, and who knows what else is integrated when it comes to these NFTs. However, I do feel like this still kind of stands with a non-valuable, non-use case situation. This is more of just Loopring's early work, kind of showing like, the new innovative things that they're doing with these NFTs. Some people believe these will become very valuable over time. They're actually giving these away if you do their challenges and participations. I believe they're doing their third Loophead giveaway right now. Each giveaway is different tasks that they require you to do. They also don't give it away to everybody. There's only selected winners that actually win a Loophead. It gets delivered right to your wallet. And basically, I've even heard some people, buying these for about like $1,500 to $2,100. It was around $1,500 to $2,100 LRC tokens, which at the time were $1 a piece. So it sounded kind of like $1,500 to $2,100 that these were being bought and sold for. However, I don't know. I'm not really with the whole JPEG thing. This still kind of falls in the lines of a JPEG. It to me, I don't see it holding too much value. It's more kind of like trending and hype right now. Everybody's going crazy over anything NFT, and they're trying to get their hands on anything because they want the next Bored Ape Yacht Club situation where their NFTs are worth 200 or 300,000 or maybe even $1 million. But I just, don't really see that. I see the JPEG portion of NFTs definitely dying out and not becoming as valuable, or anything really comes out of this whole situation. I believe, like I said, it's just a phase, it's a trend, and it will die over time. But, I could be wrong. There's going to be always a strong artist community that support each other and people want to buy art and stuff like that. So I could be wrong. But moving on to the next topic, what I do want to talk about, and this is another link that I had up, as far as just basically just their loop rings, and they're going to be able to do big Loophead NFT plus wearable NFT competition is kicking off in just 12 hours. This was posted April 14, 2022. Loopring is also integrating being able to buy clothes for the Decentraland metaverse. They also built headquarters, and from what it sounds like, they're going to continue building their headquarters in the Decentraland metaverse. I never even tried the Decentraland metaverse up until I heard Loopring's headquarters were in it. I checked it out. If you haven't checked out Decentraland's metaverse, I strongly recommend you to just create a guest account and just go walk around and check it out. I was honestly fascinated with this whole thing. I think the graphics are pretty lame for, something in 2022. I'm used to like seeing realistic graphics. I think they're, if anything, if Grand Theft Auto 6 has any hope in future, that's what Grand Theft Auto 6 will look like, as a big, huge metaverse with the graphics of Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't know if we even have that technology yet to have that type of graphics with that big of a caliber of tech space. I'm not really too sure. I'm not a gaming designer or anything, but I do believe over time we're going to figure stuff out like that. And if that's the case, I love the whole Grand Theft Auto. I even used to play Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 and 3 back on the PlayStation 2 and stuff. And I think the PlayStation 1, I'm not sure. But basically, huge Grand Theft Auto fan. I believe if they can integrate the metaverse, and I think Decentraland, what they're doing, yes, they may become big, but I think what they're doing right now is more or less, they're trying their best to become like, the next cool thing or the next social media or whatever. But I just feel like they're lacking the graphics and the innovation, as far as like, making people continuously visit the metaverse. Because like I said, I signed on once. Really don't care to sign on again until I see something, valuable for me to sign on. But it is really cool how they have all the buildings set up and how they have the GPS coordinates so you can go to a specific location in the metaverse. I had no idea it was anything like that. And just seeing how you can walk through the buildings and you see NFT art, and basically you really do feel like you're going into a different city or a different world or universe or metaverse. And when you go to a specific GPS location or coordinate, you can go to the Loopring headquarters or a different company headquarters. And when you walk in there, the music changes when you walk into the building. And it's really interesting. There could be even people right there at the same time, and you can kind of talk to them. It's almost like going to a mall, an actual physical mall, and going throughout different stores and seeing everything physical. It's almost the same thing when you go in the metaverse. However, like I said, I think the graphics just lack. And maybe it doesn't bother people too much. Maybe the graphics are just fine, but I think it definitely could use improvements. Like I said, I'm not a game designer. I don't even know what that would require. As far as the NFT marketplace and everything and these Loopheads, very interesting work what they got doing. Like I said, how it's integrated with the price. Very interested how that the Decentraland metaverse, Loopring is going to go ahead and design clothes that I guess you can wear in the metaverse, or be able to change your outfits in the metaverse, which again is interesting. They're experimenting with other cryptocurrencies or crypto projects and stuff. So kind of interested to see how it plays out. It's just so weird how Daniel wasn't a big fan of NFTs from what I'm reading, and now it's like, they took a complete turn, and it's like they're full embracing NFTs, they're full embracing the metaverse and everything. Just kind of weird how everything's unfolding now, and you just can see the way the whole crypto space is evolving and where it's all going and stuff. Very interesting times and where this is all going to play out. So that's basically what I got to say about the Loopheads. How do I think they're really going to become valuable? I mean, it's up to people if they want to collect them or not. I don't really see any value or use case for them. It's kind of like one of those things, like I said, you get a business card and you put it in your wallet. It's cool. Or you stuff stuff in your wallet. It's kind of cool for a little bit. And then, months later, you're like, what is this? Like, what am I even doing with this? And you kind of throw it away. It's up to people on what they want to hold at value. Like I said, this is kind of one of Loopring's early works, which may be considered a collectible if Loopring becomes this huge company. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see, these NFTs or Loopheads becoming hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, they're already selling from what I've seen personally, $1,500 to $2,000 right now, roughly around that price on the OpenSea's marketplace. But who knows? Like this could be huge. It's definitely a little bit cooler than the Bored Ape Yacht Club, but I think the Bored Ape Yacht Club has a little bit more going for itself. We'll see what Loopring decides to do over time. But I really don't see any use case or value to this. Like I said, if it becomes this collectible thing, yes, the price could shoot up to $100,000, $200,000, maybe $20,000. I don't know, but like I said, I just don't see any use case or value to it right now. It's kind of like a trend thing. It's what we make of it. If we decide this is something to collect or not, just like Pokemon cards. There's Digimon cards, there's Yu-Gi-Oh cards, there's all these different things, and Pokemon cards are literally a piece of paper with a picture on it, and people are selling them for millions of dollars. So like I said, I definitely understand the aspects of collecting things and having sentimental value. So I'm not going to dismiss that, but we'll see how it plays out. It's kind of interesting. Like I said, the whole how the brain grows over or shrinks with the cause of the price of LRC tokens. That's interesting. I mean, I haven't heard or seen anything like that. I think they're kind of flexing their muscles to show that they can do more than just post JPEG pictures and stuff. But we'll kind of see how this goes out. However, the next topic and the final topic that I kind of really want to talk about is where I do see the NFT marketplace going, where I hope NFTs go. And honestly, I need to educate myself as far as NFTs, because I know what they stand for, non-fungible tokens. I've been seeing all these things post up on social media of different use cases for NFTs as far as holding contracts and stuff like that. I've seen the NBA packs where you open up NBA packs, or DC Universe and stuff where there's different collectibles and you open up packs. I think that's kind of cool, kind of exciting. I seen the eggs that hatch over time and you don't know what you're going to get, and they could be really valuable. Like I said, the NBA card video, whatever, I forgot what it's called. It's like top packs or something like that, and you basically open up different NBA player packs. That was like probably the first time I've heard of the NFT marketplace and how people are using them to buy and sell money. However, I do feel like it's kind of already dying out. I don't ever hear anybody talk about those basketball cards or digital cards or whatever they're called. I really don't hear anybody talking about them anymore. And I just don't know how I feel about the JPEGs. I'm not excited about it. I more look at the innovations of crypto, and to me, that's not innovative to store a bunch of JPEGs and everything. I don't know how that's going to help me out in the future. Maybe I'll get lucky and some people will send me some that are worth millions of dollars one day, but to me, I just can't see myself, like this Bored Ape Yacht Club, buying them for $200,000. Even if it's like a guaranteed, like they're going to go to $1 million, like I still just can't put myself to buy $100,000 or $300,000 Bored Ape Yacht Club, monkey or whatever. I've even seen big names like Michael Saylor and Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, basically saying like, owning monkeys isn't what crypto was made for, like pictures of monkeys and stuff like that. I just seen Richard Hart. I'm not a big fan of him, but he says the same thing, that this NFT craze is just so stupid and just no use case at all. So I'm kind of leaning on their side. I just don't see myself buying or investing into these NFTs as far as the JPEG side, but I do see some projects pop up that kind of like make me rethink my whole take on NFTs. And part of it is watching is what I feel like is good. One specific project, I can't remember what it was. It was like Under Armour or Steph Curry or Adidas or something. They basically created shoes for the metaverse that you're going to be able to wear in the metaverse. I think it was for Decentraland or something like that. I'm not too sure, but stuff like that is interesting, because if this metaverse does become more popular and you're actually able to buy an NFT that you can use or wear in video games and stuff like that, or metaverse games and everything, then yes, I mean, as far as, I'm not a huge fan of Fortnite, but just hearing how Fortnite approached their whole financial and gaming system. The game, if you don't know anything about Fortnite, probably the biggest game in the past 5 years. I don't even know what type of gaming it's called, but it's like kind of like first person shooter, open world, battle royale type game, where it's free to download. It's free to, if I'm not mistaken, to download on any mobile device, Android, iOS, iPad, iPhone, whatever the case is. You can get it on Nintendo Switch, if I'm not mistaken, PlayStation 4, Xbox, PlayStation 5, the PC, all these different places you can download it. And they even cross platform, where, from what I understand, is an Xbox player can now play with a PS4 player, and that's awesome. That's really cool. And the fact that their game was, you can download it for free, I think really sent shockwaves in the entire gaming industry, because they still generated probably the most money any game has generated over the past 5 years, simply because they were selling skins. Now, if you don't know what skins are, they're basically different uniforms or outfits that you can wear when you're playing Fortnite. I know I'm probably talking to a lot of people that already know this stuff, and they're like, yeah, we know what Fortnite is, we know what skins are, but this is kind of just getting everybody caught up that doesn't know what it is. And where I kind of see the NFT where the gaming NFTs are going to go and how this is all going to play out. Something I'm more excited for the NFTs and where I can see value, because the JPEG thing, I just don't see any value. I don't see anything besides of what people want to collect them. If people want to collect them, they're going to put their own value on them and how much they want to collect and how much they're willing to pay. And it's as simple as that. But as far as use case, are you going to use these JPEGs? Can you do something with these JPEGs? Do they make your life better besides just collecting? And that I don't see anything. I do see stuff with, Loopring's smart wallet and being your own bank and being able to transfer in NFT marketplaces being built on their blockchain and stuff. I do see use cases for that. That's something that could potentially help you when you're going to buy stuff in the store. That's what I mean by use case. These JPEGs, I just don't see any use case. I know I keep repeating myself, but going back to Fortnite and the skins, I think it kind of opened up the doors in the gaming industry, and now all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, we need to adapt this style into our games. We don't have to charge for video games anymore. We can have people download them for free, which is unique in its own aspect. Downloading for free basically opens up to allowing anybody to play that possibly doesn't have money to play, whether it's on their phone or their computer or their gaming device, whatever the case is, they're able to download the game for free. So, a lot of kids, they get one video game for their birthday and they don't get another game for a year because their parents don't have enough money. So with Fortnite being free, that's not the problem. So then once you get these kids hooked, as we know, it's a huge demographic of children playing Fortnite. Once you get them hooked, then, they see all their friends and their buddies, whether they play locally with their friends in their neighborhood or kids from their school or people that they met online. They're seeing all their friends and their buddies wear all these different skins in their own style and uniqueness. All of a sudden it brings up a different aspect where they're like, oh, I want my character to look like that. That's cool. And that's how Fortnite generated their money. So that's how the gaming industry is going to move forward. One thing I think would be really cool is if all of these NFTs are unique in their own way, like none of them look the same. That's kind of what the whole NFT is a non-fungible token. None of them are the same. It's like Bitcoin is not an NFT. It's basically, every Bitcoin has the same value as the other Bitcoin. They're all the same. As far as these JPEGs, they're all different in their own ways. So basically, I don't know the correct technical terms on how to call it, but that's basically what it is. It has its own unique characteristic to it, its own value to it. They're all different in their own ways. People are even selling songs, like Tory Lanez did some type of NFTs where he connected his music to the NFTs or the artwork or something, and you're able to resell his artwork or whatever. I don't know. It's interesting times on where it's going to come out, but I definitely think it's more of a trend right now, and it will phase out, and only real use case NFTs are going to succeed in the future. So basically, when it comes to the gaming, as we all know, gaming is not dying anytime soon. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. The metaverse, gaming in general, PS5s are always sold out, Xboxes are always sold out. Every kid in the world wants a custom gaming PC and stuff. So basically, it's very interesting. Hold on one second, let me shut this door. So it's very interesting on where this is all going. But if it involves, let's say, like Rockstar and all these other addresses that I showed you, from MGM to NBA to 2K to Epic Games to Rockstar to Capcom to Paramount to all the other stuff, It Takes Two, the other stuff that I've seen before as well too. I can't even remember, there's so many. But if they all adapt this whole NFT marketplace and tokens and create their own tokens where you can buy, sell, and trade things, I think one of the most unique things they can do is for Fortnite. One of the things that I heard was they created like this Travis Scott skin where you can be Travis Scott or whatever, and they do these little licensings with Marvel where you were able to be Thanos at one point. And I don't really play Fortnite. I just hear bits and parts of it. I'm not a big fan. I don't know the whole build ramps and houses and stuff and fight each other. I'm not with today's gaming and stuff. I stick to traditional Call of Duty and older games and stuff. But basically, if you're able, rather than selling a skin that everybody can buy, yeah, they can still do that. Other video games can do that, where they can buy different skins or NFTs for their character and stuff. But I think if they really start selling certain skins, and I don't know how else they're going to integrate it. I'm sure over time it's going to evolve and just get better and better and more addicting to play and get involved with. But if they can create different characters and skins like this and sell them on the NFT Marketplace with Gamestop or whatever the case is, I definitely think Gamestop is seeing the same vision I'm seeing, where, this can be huge for each and every individual game, where everybody that plays a game will have their own unique character. And, if they purchase, like, let's say a skin or an NFT on the NFT Marketplace for a specific game, and then they can go ahead and wear that NFT or wear that skin and nobody else can have it, that's going to draw value to it. So like I said, it's just very interesting on what happens. And to me, that kind of falls out of the whole JPEG situation. Like some of this earlier stuff that I'm seeing posted on the GameStop NFT Marketplace, I'm just not impressed at all. Like I see like pictures of gloves and stuff, and it all falls into that whole JPEG NFT Marketplace. And I'm just like, why are people getting so hyped up about this? This is literally just buying and selling JPEGs. But if you're able to integrate these skins and uniforms and whatever else you want to call it, like custom guns, or their guns have certain graphics on it, or just anything along those lines, like just their characters look different, or maybe they're wearing certain earrings that you can buy, a baseball cap, maybe even get some type of licensing in Call of Duty where you can buy a specific pair of Jordans for your character or whatever. Who knows where the future is going to go. But that's what I'm trying to say, is that's where I kind of see the NFT Marketplace exploding over time. And with GameStop basically doing it, let's skip to the next page right here. This is their beta right here, and here's another point. GameStop and Immutable X grant program at the top, so they got Immutable X all over it. I've never created or connected a wallet yet. They still have to create stuff like GameStop wallet browser extension coming soon. I know a thing or two. I'm technically inclined when it comes to this crypto and wallets and everything. However, every day you're hearing about new hacks, and don't give away your seed phrase and this and that. And I could put my wallet connect or install Metaverse or MetaMask and stuff. But before I jump on something that's only in beta and everything, I understand some people are going to bash me for saying this because it's probably just simply not true. But as far as I know that if you go on the wrong website and you click the wrong link from an email or a text message or whatever, they can get into your account and basically steal your information. So until that is more sorted out, I don't want to sign up, connect wallets with money and everything and personal information and possibly thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars until this is all situated. Because like I said, it's only in beta version right now. There's probably not a whole lot of security on it as well. So once it's finally evolved, and just seeing this right here, GameStop wallet browser extension coming soon, it's just not ready yet. You can't click it. You can click these two right here, but you just can't click it. It's coming soon. And this is what I mean by just something creating, rather than getting an MetaMask or a Wallet Connect, why not just get a GameStop wallet? So it's maybe that's what I'll wait for. It's just when GameStop, let it sort out. I don't want this to be FUD. I'm not saying you can get hacked and everything. I just personally don't want to take that risk. That's all I'm saying. It's still new. They're still building on it. They still need to improve the security and overall outlook on the thing. I'm not going to start connecting, and I don't want to get too involved with it. Maybe I'm not doing my due diligence and supporting and help building and giving my opinion on all this stuff, and helping them build this website. But basically, I want the best experience I could possibly have with this NFT marketplace. So I want them to fully complete it to what it's supposed to be. I'm glad that there's everybody in the subreddit literally giving all the tips and literally calling out anything wrong at all. They post it in the Reddit, and the Gamestop or people on the Loopring will fix it, and that's cool. I love that they do that. I love how they're involved and they help this community like that. And just let the smarter people, like they said, I'm a smooth brain right now. Let the smarter people fix all that stuff. Once it's all ready to go and I'm able to really experience it for what it is, that's when I'll go ahead and get involved. Like I said, the earlier work that I've seen, people taking screenshots of the JPEGs and the NFT collections that are being uploaded already. You have to connect a wallet. If you don't know how, I can't give you the right steps because I haven't even done it yet, but there is information. You'll get all the answers you need if you go ahead and go into the Loopring subreddit. There's also a lot of people saying that it's kind of like creating an Instagram account before everybody else, create like the mass adoption of Instagram, because you're able to create an account name and nobody else can have that account name. So it's kind of like first come, first serve. And everybody, there's like a feeding frenzy right now. Everybody's trying to basically take the most popular account names. Like, it could be something silly like Steve Jobs .loopring or .loopring.eth or whatever the case is. Just something like that when it comes to all this. And basically, like, everybody's jumping on it right away, trying to secure their name or their wallet account name and stuff. And if you feel like you need to do that, go ahead. Like I said, I'm gonna wait it out. I'm not too necessarily need to have a specific name. Maybe I'll pay for it later on and regret it, but I'm just gonna kind of sit this out and wait till they really get this built and everything. And like I said, I'm did my part. I'm invested in LRC token. I'm sitting around. I got about a 32,000. And we'll just kind of see how this all plays out as far as the NFT marketplace. We'll see how it transpires, and if they give this announcement, I'm with it. I'm with the whole astronaut day on May 5th. The rumors that are going around where, well, if you don't know, May 5th is supposedly astronaut day, and that's when some people are speculating they're going to announce the official launch of the NFT marketplace. However, GameStop already said their prediction is more towards the end of July. So it's kind of funny, they got an astronaut right here, and some people are speculating on May 5th, which is National Astronaut Day, some type of announcement or something is going to happen. Nobody knows for sure. And we'll just kind of see how it plays out. I like what they got going on. Like I said, if they can build the marketplace to my expectations, if it's just going to be a bunch of buying and selling, trading JPEGs, it will have its own community. It will have people minting JPEGs and doing this and that. But I think just a word of advice to anybody that plans on minting on Loopring, I think really look into integrating like Loopring's doing with the Moody brains, how the size of the brain changes with the price. I'm not saying to figure out how to change your JPEG with price, but learn how to integrate your NFT collection that you're minting and planning on giving away or selling to a community. If you want your NFT collection to become big, do more than just these JPEGs, because there's a lot of people like me that just don't see any value or anything. So if you can have some type of integration where it's cool and it's fun to watch and get involved with, that's something I highly recommend, because just these JPEGs, I'm just not seeing it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not buying it. I don't want to get involved with it. And if really that's all this is going to be, the NFT, I'm sure a lot of the NFT marketplace on the GameStop is going to be like this, but Loopring kind of proved that that's not all it has to be. And just like I said, those shoes that were sold on the Decentraland, basically you buy an NFT like specific shoes. I believe it was Under Armour, but I'm not sure. And you can wear that in Decentraland or something like that. That's what I mean by like integrating. Like make me want to buy these so I could wear something that nobody else has in the newest video games that are coming out, whether it's Fortnite or Call of Duty or all those other names that I mentioned too, like Capcom and whatever the case is. There's so many different names. Basically just really integrate it and really make it an experimental thing, because the JPEG they're just not doing it for me. Like, I just don't see what the hype is. Basically that's kind of like sums up the video, where I see this NFT marketplace, where I can kind of see this whole thing going. Just to give you a recap, We talked about Daniel Wang stepping down, Steve becoming the new CEO. It seems like Steve was the CEO since September last year. We took a look at GameStop's filing with Immutable X and how they mentioned Loopring and how Loopring is still involved with GameStop. We don't know how they're involved, or we don't know what's going to come about of that. We kind of have an idea, but everything's all speculation right now. We also talked about on February 3rd how strange it is that as soon as they announced the filing, Daniel Wang stepped down. It's just very weird timing and stuff. We looked at Steve's wallet address, saw that he's transferring and either collecting or sending or transferring or buying or whatever, building on the Loopring blockchain protocol, potentially. I mean, who knows what he's doing, but he's the CEO of Loopring, and I think he has Loopring's best intentions. All this stuff seems like some type of NFT marketplace or something to do with gaming, movies, style, cars, fashion, whatever the case is. So very interesting on what this, even Game of Thrones, like TV shows, and very, very, very interesting, and to see how this is all going to play out. Possibly exchanges too. If you don't know, Loopring, this might be a topic for another video, but Loopring is also developing, they already have a decentralized exchange, and they're allowing other people to build exchanges on their blockchain protocol. So maybe that's what this is about, where they can just buy and sell, send these tokens on the Loopring blockchain. Not too sure. Like I said, maybe these companies are going to create their own exchange where you can buy and sell these, basically an on-ramp and off-ramp to buy tokens for their metaverse or whatever the case is, these ERC20 tokens. I don't really know. Nobody really knows. I do wish people can shed some light on this if they know anything what this is about, because nobody's talking about it in a subreddit. So I definitely want to bring it up to interest and just kind of see what people have to say about all this. Because if you go down, I mean, there's a bunch of pages, like 58 pages, and it's just all types of stuff. Like I said, It Takes Two, Epic Games, PlayStation, Lego, I don't know, what is that, Victoria's Secret, Fortnite, Bungie, Activision. I mean, you name it, it's here. PUBG, Cloud, Zuckbucks, McDonald's. Please, someone tell me what's going on, because I'm very interested. We're talking about transfers of hundreds of billions of tokens. So this isn't small plays. This is very large of whatever's happening. So just like I said, to give you a recap, and we talked about the Moody Heads or Moody Brains, whatever they're called. I don't even remember now. Loophead NFTs, a new dynamic NFT that comes alive. These dynamic NFTs are what they call them. Meet the Loopheads, the airdrops. They're how do you get one? How there are different challenges and competitions. One of their tweet posts about this as well. We talked about the metaverse. We talked about Gamestop NFT Marketplace. We talked about the difference between different NFTs, from JPEGs and stuff like that to where I believe the NFT marketplace should go, and how it can be potentially a huge market if it goes the way I hope it goes and what I think is possible to go. But like I said, I'm not a gaming designer. I don't know how this is going to play out. I do see a huge market if they can intertwine the whole crypto space between metaverse and Facebook's Meta and NFTs and Fortnite skins, and if they all intertwine it together, and you can buy, sell, trade different NFTs and wallets and collect things and skins and wear certain things in certain games and have your own identity in games on how you want to look, where nobody else can look like that because you have that NFT, you hold the value of that NFT. If that certain skin is high value and everybody wants it, it could be $1 million skin. I don't know. That's the future I see for this whole NFT marketplace. But like I said, we'll see what goes on. Sorry this video took so long, but basically to sum it up, this whole video is about the whole NFT and where I hope it goes. All right, guys, take care. I'll catch up with you guys soon. Like I said, I'm going to constantly drop videos on where I see this Loopring thing going and just basic updates on it. All right, take it easy, guys.